Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself.
And we welcome you to R.A. Fagnall Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. Blue Jay basketball. Tonight, the Blue Jays entertain the Scots from Alma College. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. The lights are off, and let's go to Bruce Hill, our public address announcer, for tonight's starting lineups. So there you have it. The Blue Jays come in with a record of 1-1 on the season. Meanwhile, the Scots 0-2. Head coach of the Blue Jays is John Baines, and the head coach of the Scots is Sam Hargraves. Your officials tonight, Mike Cash, Brian Fitzgerald, Eric Anderson. So we'll set the starters once again for Elmhurst. Jake Rohde, a freshman. Ryan Patton also out there. He is a sophomore. Lance Gardner is a freshman as well, wearing number 20. Jeremy Ireland, a transfer from North Central College, number 30. And Justin Fox getting the start, number 31. He is also a freshman. So a young squad for John Baines. Justin Fox came off the bench in the season opener, scored 11 points, played well, so he gets the start here tonight. For the Scots, Steve Harvey and Ryan Stevens, two sophomores. Kevin Scheibert is the lone senior, and Kevin Gamble and Doug Bradfield are the two juniors in the starting lineup for the Scots. Pull-up jumper in the lane by Gamble is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Fox. First offensive possession for the Blue Jays here tonight. It's a three-point field goal attempt by Justin Fox. No. Battle for the loose ball, and it's picked up by Rohde almost near half court. Jake Rohde had 12 points, and the Blue Jays come from behind win against Manchester here at R.A. Fagnall Hall for the Blue Jays season opener. Boy, what a great come from behind win that was. Oh, a steal by Harvey. Scott's on the run, and the layup is good by Kevin Scheibert for the first 2 points of the game. So the Scots capitalize in transition, and they fall back to a 2-3 zone now. 30-second shot clock on the college level. Pulling up for the outside jumper is Patton. That's off the mark. Here comes Alma again, and a reach-in foul on Ryan Patton. Yeah, the Blue Jays won that home opener, their season opener, 80-74. They were trailing in that second half, but boy, the last 3 or 4 minutes, they really tightened the screws defensively. A couple of key steals. Jake Rohde was instrumental in that comeback, as well as all of the Blue Jays. Into the post, that shot is off by Bradfield. Elmhurst, though, went on the road on November 21st. And that triple is good by Rhodey. So the triple by Jake gives the Blue Jays the 1-point lead. Blue Jays lost on November 21st at Blackburn, 66-57. So they're trying to get over the 500 mark. Second home game of the young season here tonight against the Scots. Down on the post, Gamble going to work. Shot, good. So Kevin Gamble with his first field goal of the game, and the Scots lead by 1. A little over 2 minutes gone by here in this first half. 2 20-minute halves. Inside, breaking free, and missing the shot was Gardner. Gamble will pull up from 12. He's got a nice looking shot, no good. Ireland got the rebound. A whistle and a foul is going to be called against the Scots. It'll be on Doug Bradfield. His first and the team's first. Rob Holmes into the game for the Scots. Holmes is a 6'3" senior out of Ada, Michigan. Four to 3, Scots with the 1-point lead. Good ball movement. Ireland down low. Forced it up just a bit. Gamble stepped out of bounds. Actually caught the ball one-handed, but his foot was on the end line. So the Blue Jays with 13 to shoot. Rhodey gets it into the top to Patton. 8 to shoot. Triple by Patton from the top of the key, rims around and out. Holmes got the rebound. The Blue Jays and an offensive foul. Illegal screen will be called on Kevin Gamble. Oh, for Gamble, he's going to come out of the ball game now, his first personal. Coming into the game is number 21, Preston Laqueta for Alma. 4 to 3 in favor of the visiting Scots here in the early going. Of course, the Blue Jays out of the CCIW. A couple of tough teams in that league as the Blue Jays throw it away. Illinois Wesleyan and Augustana look to battle it out for the conference championship. Into the game, Derek Dotledge, he started in the season opener against Manchester, had 14 in that game. He comes off the bench here now for Coach Baines. Illinois Wesleyan is 4-0, Augustana is 3-0. All non-conference games. Down low, breaking free, missing the shot for the Scots. Into the game is 0, Arthel Rosquist. Triple by Rhodey, his 3-ball, back of the iron, no good. And a battle for the rebound, and a foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to be on Patton. And if it is, that's his second. It is on Patton, so that's foul number 2 on Ryan. He's going to come out of the game as Brandon Auker is going to come in. Auker is a 5'10" senior out of Evansville, Indiana. $15 on the shot clock now for the Scots. Rosquist comes over here to the near side, and we got a battle away from the ball. Looks like they're going to hit Brandon Auker. Auker and Holmes were kind of battling for position. You see the screen, and you see Auker and Holmes fighting there, and they're going to hit Auker with the foul. Brandon's first. Rosquist flips it back. 3 team fouls for the Blue Jays as the Scots. Well, it is going to be Scots basketball. The officials initially said it was going to be Blue Jays basketball, and they got it right. Here's Bradfield on the move. Bradfield pulls up, partially blocked. Ireland comes away with it. So again, the Blue Jays with an opportunity to take the lead. Triple by Dotledge is good. So Derek Dotledge, his triple gives the Blue Jays the lead at 6-4. Take another look. Derek, a very good shooter, left wide open there in the wing, and he drills the triple. So Rhodey and Dotlich, each with a triple for the Blue Jays. Holmes from the free throw line, no, tip in by Rosquist. Arthel Rosquist with a nice touch. And a beautifully timed tip in. And we're tied at 6. Gardner whips it into the corner. Dotlich again for a 3, and again it's good. 2 triples from the left side by Derek Dotlich. Dotlich, a 6'3" sophomore. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Scots basketball. Into the game for Alma is number 1, Luke Lamero. 5'9" sophomore. That 3 ball. Lamero, that's only a 2. So it is 9-8, the Blue Jays by 1. Another one. That one left short by Dotlich. Derek hit a couple earlier, decided to try it again and came up short, and now another foul. Take another look, that one coming up short. Foul, by the way, was on Jake Rohde. That's his first. Gamble back into the game for the Scots. Nine to 8, Blue Jays by 1. 14:25 left to play here in this first half, and foul is going to be called. Peyton Sampson into the game. A little body on Gamble. Sampson's first. Boy, it's the 5th team foul already for the Blue Jays. 14:23 left. Just 2 team fouls for the Scots. Laquetta picks up his dribble, flips it up top to Holmes. Back inside, Gamble makes the move off the glass and in. Boy, Kevin Gamble, great body position. 6'8" junior from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. And he uses that big frame very, very well to create space and get the open shot. Rohde throws it to the official who was standing on the baseline. Another turnover for the Blue Jays. Nick Perry into the game for Elmhurst. Kevin Scheibert back in for Alma. He's going to inbound it. He inbounds it to Lamero. Lamero guarded in the backcourt by Perry. Scots by 1, 10-9. Back and forth here in the early going. Gamble flips it to Scheibert. Oh, nice bounce pass and the back door. Missed by Lamero, though. Luke Lamero made a nice backdoor cut, but he missed the easy layup. Oh, beautiful pass from Sampson to Jeremy Ireland. Peyton Sampson, a freshman, came off the bench against Manchester, played awful well. And an offensive foul is going to be called here on Arthel Rosquist. A little bit out of control by Rosquist. There he took a look at the nice pass inside from Sampson, and Ireland got the easy layup. So it's the Blue Jays by 1. Dotlich with 2 triples. He's got 6. Ocker with 1 bounce, passes it over to Perry. Tried to bounce pass it inside to Sampson. He got the loose ball back, but he traveled in the lane. Lance Gardner checks back in for Coach Baines. Well, we hope you're enjoying the end of your Thanksgiving weekend. Hopefully it was a memorable weekend for you and your family and friends. We're glad you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Turnaround shot in the lane there, no good by Stevens. Here comes the Blue Jays. Here's Perry on the attack. Perry pulls up, shoots, and hits. Good penetration and the pull-up jumper by Nick Perry. And we got a whistle. And a delay of game warning is going to be called. I think they're going to hit Derek Dotlich. When the ball goes through the net, you're not allowed to really touch it if you're the team that just made the basket. And I know that from personal experience because I got called for that. So, yeah, there you see it. Sampson, it was actually Sampson that actually caught the ball as it went through the net, and that's a good call by the official, just a warning. So the next time he does it, it will be a technical foul. Blue Jays by 3. 10 on the shot clock. Holmes backing in. Holmes to the fadeaway. Way short. Auker got the loose ball. Brandon quickly ahead. Gardner goes up strong. Great block. Sampson, though, on the follow. And Peyton was fouled, and he'll come to the line. I'll tell you, that's what this Peyton Sampson young man, as you see Gardner in the open floor, good block, but the follow-up by Peyton, he is a scrappy young man, and he will get to those loose balls. 6'4" freshman out of LaSalle, Peru, and this Elmhurst coaching staff very, very high on him. As he misses the first free throw, he'll have one more. Him and Justin Fox, Jake Rohde, who was injured last year. Those freshmen are going to add a lot of excitement to the Blue Jays season this year. 12:03 left here in this first half. Sampson goes 0 for 2 from the foul line. Blue Jays 66% as a team from the free throw line this year. Scots get the ball back. New shot clock. Stevens picks up his dribble behind the arc. Stevens again. They dump it inside to Gamble. Gamble with one bounce on the layup. Boy, so far the Blue Jays have not had an answer to Kevin Gamble. He's had some easy buckets. He's got 6 to lead the Scots. Dotlich has 6 to lead the Blue Jays. 13-12, Elmhurst by 1. Gardner into the lane. There's the cut by Dotlich. Gets it back, drives baseline. Dotlich tried to leave it to Gardner, but it was knocked away by the Scots. That's a tough pass on the interior. A lot of bodies, a lot of hands. 9 to shoot now for the Blue Jays. Perry up top. Shot clock down to 5. Perry with a tough off-balance shot. He got it to go. Well, Nick Perry's a lefty, and he went left and got it to go. Lead back to 3. Now it's back down to 1 on that layup by Doug Bradfield. Blue Jays by 1, 15-14. Third game of the season for both teams. Perry again, the floater, no. And the rebound pulled down by Stevens. 3-ball attempt in the far side is no good by Harvey. And a whistle and a foul will be called against the Blue Jays. Take another look at it there. Nick Perry will get called for the foul. Battling for the rebound there. You see him kind of hook the left arm of Bradfield. So a new shot clock for the Scots. Laketta back into the game for Alma. Gamble will step outside and take the 3. Leaves it short, tapped out. Ball is loose, and it goes out of bounds off of Laketta. It will be Blue Jays basketball. Kevin Scheibert back in for the Scots. 10:21 left to play here in the first half. It's been a competitive game back and forth. Blue Jays currently leading by 1. Perry veers off to the right, now fires it back over here to Rohde. At the free throw line, Gardner may have been partially blocked. There's Sampson, though, with an offensive rebound and the putback. Boy, that's what Peyton does so well. Hit that offensive glass, his first field goal, and the Blue Jays lead by 3. Here's Gamble down on the block. Gamble goes to the left-handed hook, and he hits. Wow. Kevin Gamble with 8. Blue Jays by 1. 17-16. Scots have answered. That triple no good by Dotlich. Gamble got the rebound. And now the Scots can take the lead. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, Bradfield almost got away with one extra step, but he did shuffle his feet. Take another look at it here as you see him try to settle in for the three. He did take one too many steps. Good call by the official. Traveling violation. Jeremy Ireland back into the game for the Blue Jays. So you've got Gardner, Perry, Rohde, Dotlich, and Ireland out there for Coach Baines. Coming up on the 9-minute mark here of the first half. Rohde on the penetration. He'll take it all the way in and going to get fouled by Gamble. And for Kevin Gamble, that's his second. Good take here by Rohde. So 2 fouls on Kevin Gamble, and there's 2 Scots sitting at the scorer's table. One of them presumably going to be coming in for Gamble, which is good because Gamble has been hurting the Blue Jays at the offensive end. Rohde to the line for 2. Gets the first one to go. Patton and Fox back in for the Blue Jays. Indeed, Gamble does come out for the Scots along with Kevin Scheibert. Holmes and Laquetta back in for the Scots. 2 free throws by Rohde gives the Blue Jays a 3-point lead, 19-16. Nine minutes left to play here in this first half. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here on BlueJaysTV.com. We are live from R.A. Fagan Hall, a rare Sunday late afternoon game. Steele, here's Perry in the open floor. Perry, 2-on-1 if he hurries, takes it all the way. Wow, a wild acrobatic shot by Nick Perry. The Blue Jays are up by 5, their biggest lead of the game. What a shot by Nick. And a traveling violation against the Scots. So the Blue Jays getting it done at both ends of the floor. And for Alma, Luke Lamero back into the game. Here's that wild shot by Nick Perry, gets it to go. And the Blue Jays playing well, in rhythm at both ends of the floor. Rohde holding on the far side, up top to Perry. 15 on the shot clock. Fox fires it into Ireland. Triple by Patton. Tapped out, and a foul is going to be called. Justin Fox went over the back. For Justin, that's his first. It's the 7th team foul for the Blue Jays, so the Scots will be shooting the rest of the half here. Doug Bradfield will be to the line, shooting 1 and the bonus, and a timeout taken by John Baines. A full timeout taken here with 8:10 remaining here in the first half. We mentioned that the Blue Jays are out of the CCIW. Meanwhile, the Alma Scots out of the MIAA. Sam Hargraves, the head coach of the Scots in his 7th season. As the head coach, John Baines, as he talks to his Blue Jays there, he is in his 5th year as the head coach. Blue Jays 8-17 a year ago. The Scots 12-14 last year. Blue Jays finished 8th in the CCIW, 4-12 a year ago. Meanwhile, the Scots finished 4th in the MIAA last year with a conference record of 8-6. Teams in their conference, talking about the Scots: Calvin, Olivet, Adrian, Kalamazoo, Albion, Hope, Trine. All right, so here's Doug Bradfield shooting 1 and the bonus. He does hit the first, and so he'll have the bonus. Scots looking for their first victory of the season, 0-2 coming into tonight. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays 1-1 on the young season. Bradfield's 2 free throws pulls the Scots to within 3. 21-18. 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Perry on the penetration. The kick out to Rohde. His triple is good, and a foul. Rob Holmes came out on the closeout and just a bit too aggressive as he fouls Rohde. Take another look at it there, and oh yeah, he jumped into Rhodey, and Jake may have fell back a little bit prematurely, but nevertheless, he did get some contact. The officials called it. And now an opportunity for Rhodey to complete a rare 4-point play. This kid is going to be exciting. He averaged 19 points per game last year, but only played in 7 games. Hurt his knee. See the right knee covered up. He does hit the free throw and completes the 4-point play. He's got 9. He's the game's high scorer. Kevin Gamble has 8 for the Scots. Gamble on the bench with 2 personal fouls and a traveling violation called here on Rosquist. Good defense by Jake Rhodey. So the lead is 7 for the Blue Jays, their biggest lead of the game, 25-18. 7:40 to go in the first half. Fox at the free throw line. Here's Rhodey on the penetration, and Patton couldn't handle the pass. It goes off the hands of Ryan. The Blue Jays turn it over. 7:26 left to play here in the first half. Scots in the traveling green uniforms, the Blue Jays in the home white with the sky blue numbers and the lettering. 13 to shoot now for the Scots. Lamero with the bounce pass to Holmes. Holmes drives baseline, spins, kicks it out. The 3-ball by Bradfield. No, instead he drives nicely and lays it in off the glass. Doug Bradfield faked the 3-ball, drove the lane, and kissed it off the glass nicely. 5-point lead for the Blue Jays, 25-20. Perry will pull up from the elbow. No, Fox tipped it, but right into the hands of Laquetta. Scott's on the attack. Laquetta, he'll fire the triple. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Patton. That just grazed the front of the rim, went straight down into the hands of Patton. Here's Rhodey to Patton. Blue Jays with the ball, leading by 5. Fox at the elbow, drives off the glass and in. Beautiful move by Justin Fox, his first field goal of the game. Blue Jays up by 7. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Scots and the Blue Jays coming to you live from R.A. Fagin Hall. Tipped around by Rhodey, and he gets it into Perry. Good steal by Jake. Patton in the corner, nice catch. Inside to Ireland, and he flips it in off the glass. Jeremy Ireland, his second field goal of the game. Blue Jays by 9. Laquetta will fire the triple and hit. So that ends the mini run. Preston Laquetta fires up the triple, and it's 29-23. Blue Jays by 6. Fox double teamed in the corner. Good skip pass to Rhodey, who falls down again and gets fouled again. This time by Luke Lamero. Here's another look. Take a look at number 1 closing out, and he hit Rhodey's right arm. And another opportunity for Rhodey to complete a 4-point play. Wow. Harvey back into the game for the Scots, number 11. So Rhodey, who is a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight, hits this one, and that's his second 4-point play. 13 points for Jake Rhodey. It's the game's leading scorer. Blue Jays by 10. Laquetta will fire up another triple. Front of the rim, no good. Gardner with a nice rebound. Blue Jays enjoying their biggest lead of the game. Rhodey will pull up for the partially blocked. And getting the ball was Laquetta. Here come the Scots looking to run. Stevens will fire to Laquetta. His triple attempt rolls around and out, but Bradfield got the rebound. Holmes kicks it out. Stevens from the elbow, now to Harvey. Holmes drives baseline. Holmes got fouled by Sampson. For Peyton, that's his second. Peyton got to get there a little quicker. Second team foul. It's the 8th team foul, so the Blue Jays are over the limit. Scheibert back in the game for the Scots. Rob Holmes will have one and the bonus. One and the bonus here for Holmes. Rob connects on the first, so now the bonus. Scots, by the way, are a perfect 3 for 3 from the foul line. Bradfield has the other 2 free throws. 4:25 to go in the half. Second free throw, back of the iron, no good by Holmes. So it's 33-24, a 9-point lead for Elmhurst. Here's Auker holding, bounce pass at the elbow to Gardner. 9 to shoot. Auker whips it to Gardner. Gardner drives left baseline, backs up, fades away and hits. Wow, what a tough shot by Lance Gardner. Fading away from about 18 on the baseline. Double-digit lead now for the Blue Jays. Triple attempt by Harvey is off the mark, and Gardner gets the rebound, and a blocking foul in the backcourt by Steve Harvey. And for Harvey, that's his first. Then you take a look at the tough shot. Gardner fading away and hitting nothing but net. So it's the 8th foul for the Scots, so they are over the foul limit. And Jake Rohde back to the line, shooting 1 and the bonus. Jake has been perfect from the foul line tonight, as he remains perfect, 5 for 5 now. He'll have one more. Preston Laquetta back into the game. Second free throw on its way from Rohde. It's good. Jake, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. And the Blue Jays call a timeout here with 3:41 left to play here in this first half. Timeout taken by John Baines and the Blue Jays. Well, the Blue Jays will open up CCIW conference play right here at R.A. Fagin Hall on Saturday, December 2nd against Carroll College. That'll be a 4 o'clock tip-off right here at R.A. Fagin Hall. Again, first conference home opener for the Blue Jays. Conference opener will be on Saturday, December 2nd against Carroll, 4 o'clock tip-off. Now, the Blue Jays do go on the road between now and then. They'll be on the road at Olivet on November 29th, Wednesday at Olivet. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. So 7 o'clock Wednesday night against Olivet, and then Saturday, 4 o'clock tip-off here at home against Carroll for the conference opener. Inside, breaking free, is Preston Laquetta. Preston with 5. It's down to a 9-point lead, 37-26. Just over 3 minutes to go. Triple at the top of the key, rolls in by Rohde. And for Rohde, that's his 4th from behind the arc. 4 triples for Rohde, and answering at the other end with a triple of his own is Rob Holmes. The Scots with 2 3-pointers so far in this game. The Blue Jays with 6. Right baseline shot is good by Jeremy Ireland. Boy, Blue Jays shooting very well here in this first half. Holmes spins, stolen by Rohde into the hands of Gardner. Boy, Jake Rohde just gets it done at both ends of the floor. 42-29 in favor of the Blue Jays. Rohde into traffic, whips it out, and he traveled. Blue Jays on this young season averaging 68.5 points per game. The Scots averaging 64 points per game. Nick Perry back into the game, number 4 for the Blue Jays. 18 first-half points by Jake Rohde. He's been the story for the Blue Jays so far here in this game. Shot by Scheibert. Comes up a little bit shy. And it's Perry into the front court. Triple by Dotlich from the right corner. No good. Stevens with the rebound. Stevens takes it himself into the front court. Flips it to Scheibert. Triple attempt by Laketa is no good. And Dotlich got the rebound. Boy, I'm not sure if that's the shot that the Scots wanted. A quick three by Laketa. 1:40 to go here in the first half. A well-played first half by the Blue Jays. Oh, Perry whipped it inside to Ireland. Ireland got it back to Rohde. 10 on the shot clock. Dotlich drives. Derek fires up the shot, rimming around, and it rolls out, but Derek got fouled, so he'll come to the line to shoot two. Take another look at it here. Derek driving baseline, fires it up, just rolls around and out. Doug Bradfield with 2 fouls now as Dotlich hits the free throw. Derek has 7. And now Justin Fox back into the game for the Blue Jays. Dotlich looking for his 8th point of this first half. And he connects. 44-29. 15-point lead for Elmhurst. See if the Blue Jays can close out the half strong here. Off the fingertips of Harvey. And it's a turnover for the Scots. Rohde back into the game. He's going to come in for Fox. .112 remaining here in this first half. So far, so good for the Blue Jays. We thank you so much for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here from Elmhurst. Perry fires up the triple, leaves it short, and the rebound by Scheibert. A whistle and a foul is going to be called against the Blue Jays on that rebound attempt. They're going to hit Jeremy Ireland with the foul. That's his first personal foul, and so now it's only, well, it's the 9th team foul, so 1 in the bonus for Rob Holmes. Holmes 1 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Kevin Gamble, he's had 8 points, but he's been on the bench for the second half of this first half with foul trouble. He's got 2 as Holmes hits the first free throw. He's the leading scorer for the Scots with 8, all of those coming down low, as he was the guy to go to for the Scots. But again, foul trouble for him, and he's on the bench. Second free throw, no good. Ireland with the rebound. The Scots 4 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half. 44 seconds to go. Dotlich will launch the triple, leaves it short, but he almost got the loose ball into the hands of Scheibert now. Scheibert takes it all the way, leans in, misses the shot, and it goes into the hands of Rohde. About a 1-second differential here between the shot clock and the game clock. The Blue Jays will run it down. 14-point lead here for Elmhurst. Shot clock now down to 7. Rohde will launch the triple. Front of the iron, no good. Dotlich, though, with the putback, and it's good at the buzzer. So Derek Dotlich gets the offensive rebound. Take another look. Tapped around right into the hands of Derek for the easy putback. Dotlich now in double figures in that first half with 10 points as the Blue Jays go into the locker room with a 16-point lead, 46-30 over the Scots. We'll take a timeout and come back to recap the first half. You're watching Blue Jay basketball on BlueJayTV.com.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
But feel totally at home.
I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Coming here as a Division III player, you're coming here to get your degree. We have some players that go on to be professional athletes. They've gone overseas, but that's not the norm. Our players are coming, they're finishing their playing careers here. And so whenever they're done, they're being prepared in something else other than just basketball. So for us, that's the student-athlete model. You come in, you're working hard. Our players put in as much time as a Division I player does, but it's because they want to be there. I know that from motivating our players, if they're coming to practice, I know that they're working hard because it's out of them, not just because we've got a dollar sign, they have to do it, this is how they have to stay in school. They don't have to be there. They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player, and there's something that's special about that experience to me, coaching that player.
Elmhurst College is much more than buildings, courses, and credits. It's a supportive community of individuals who are committed to helping you reach your full potential. But don't take my word for it.
I visited a lot of schools, but when I came here, it was just like, I'm home.
As soon as I walked on campus, I felt like I could dive right in and get involved.
Getting involved is easy, especially in class. The average class here has just 17 students.
Every faculty and staff here just wants me to succeed.
I can go up to them, and it's not just office hours. Like, I'm here from 10:30 to 11:30. It's actually like, whenever you need help, my door's open.
There's a real connection that takes place. I'm frequently asked, what do I teach? I never say music. I teach people. Music's the vehicle.
It was great to see that rather than just teaching textbook material, they're actually giving you some industry insight.
I'm a vocalist. I'm out in the clubs performing. I'm touring in Europe and performing. So they see how their life can transition into that.
A lot of my friends from other universities, they don't get to be a part of undergraduate research, professional development at such an early stage.
They're truly there to help you and to build you and to make sure that you are amazing.
And at Elmhurst, you can be amazing all around, including on the field. Football is just one of 20 Division III sports.
We went straight to the Final Four of the nation, and that was a great way to come in and start off the season.
They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player.
Wrestling wasn't my life. I was able to go out and do a lot of different activities and get involved on campus.
We are allowed to be students, and we can be involved in a lot of other things.
How do you want to get involved? You'll have your choice at Elmhurst.
Our campus has over 100 clubs and organizations.
Whatever you want to do, there's something here for you to do. Concert choir, the wind ensemble, gospel choir.
Habitat for Humanity, Global Poverty Club.
I'm an orientation student leader, SGA, Best Buddies.
Greek life at Elmhurst College is really focused on leadership and discovering who you really are.
To be part of all these different organizations and get to know all these amazing people is why I love Elmhurst.
You can also get to know the world beyond the campus. Elmhurst offers study abroad opportunities in 44 countries.
I studied abroad in Granada,
Holland, Germany, El Salvador, Israel and Palestine, Costa Rica, Czech Republic.
Back at home, you'll enjoy all the advantages of our great location. Downtown Elmhurst is just a short walk from campus, and the Metro train will take you to the world-class city of Chicago in just 30 minutes. When it comes to career preparation, we've got you covered. Elmhurst will connect you with the people and the experiences you need to reach your full potential.
Elmhurst allows you to grow into the knowing, and I appreciate that there's a journey that we encourage. It's not just in one program or one department, it's threaded throughout everything that we do.
Elmhurst College pushes you to truly find who you are as a person and as a professional.
They will make sure no matter what your interests are, what your career path is, that there's going to be a resource on campus that is going to help you find that potential and then reach it.
If I had to say why Elmhurst would be the best option for nursing education, I would say because you don't have to be big to be the best. We have all of the student services, we have all the educational services, the excellent curriculum and faculty, so we're not big, but we are the best. We have a State-of-the-art simulation center, and I have seen many sim centers across the nation, and this one is truly, truly remarkable.
The professors there encourage us to make mistakes because it is simulation and they want us to learn from our mistakes.
Going to the sim lab that's actually in Elmhurst Memorial Hospital, it's really, really cool. The facility is amazing, it's brand new.
What the simulation center consists of are mannequins, but these aren't just mannequins like you've seen before where you do CPR. Our mannequins talk to you. Our mannequins birth babies. Our mannequins cry. If you don't do what you need to do as a nurse to our mannequins, they will die. So what we do is actually simulate experiences in real life that you will see as a nurse, and you get to make mistakes without hurting people.
At any school you can learn the skills, but I feel like at Elmhurst, the faculty and staff are encouraging us to do more.
They're always passionate about what they do, and I think that's very important. One of my professors said, you don't just want to be a good nurse, you want to be the best nurse.
We do have many partners in the community at Elmhurst College, and basically we have to. We rely on our community partners to provide that clinical education piece. So while we are there with our students, side by side, teaching them, we couldn't do it if we didn't have the clinical partners. I think our faculty are our gems here. When you come to Elmhurst for nursing education, you will receive your education from clinical specialists. You can be good as a clinician, but that doesn't make you a good educator. We need excellent educators to be able to translate that theory into practice for our nursing students.
I got on the floor, and after a few weeks working with my clinical instructor and working with my classmates and collaborating, it really has provided me with a safe space to, talk to my instructor, talk to my other peers, and really work together to build my confidence and competency as a future nurse.
I feel like they are preparing me well, and I have no doubt that in a short year and a half that I'll be ready to go out into the world and be a nurse helping patients.
Our students are working everywhere. We have students working in schools, hospitals, and in community health settings. So our students are really everywhere. We don't just teach, we change lives.
I love when people ask me, okay, what can I do now that I'm here? I'm in the honors program, being a part of Union Board,
Best Buddies, Student Government, Debate Club,
Relay for Life, the Research Keystone program,
Greek Life,
Tri Beta,
Juggling Club,
Student Ambassadors.
Once you get here, there are plenty of things going on. Serving the community is such a huge part of being an Elmhurst College student.
Center for Professional Excellence has a whole department and team ready to help you get involved with community service.
I think one of my favorite ones would have to be when I joined Golden Crew. The organization itself focuses on pediatric cancer. We had like a whole scavenger hunt for them, and I dressed up as Batman and kind of helped lead them through the entire experience. And it was kind of really like a humbling thing.
Being able to plan homecoming the last 4 years, it was really honestly one of the best experiences I've had here.
I don't think I would have been this social or this confident if I wasn't part of the 10,000 things that I get the opportunity to be a part of every day.
The connections that you make on this campus, both in your academic classes as well as the different service organizations or just activities you get involved in, give you the opportunity to really get out there. Making those connections isn't something that's superficial. It's something that you get here as an experience. It's something that is going to carry on for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're coming here to get a degree, but your 4 years in college aren't just defined by that. It's by all the things that you're involved in and the people that you meet, and the way that you meet those people is by getting involved.
Definitely being on the cross country and track team, that has been really great. The athletic community as a whole is really inclusive and inviting, and then having that team, it's really family oriented. We usually have 20 girls on the team, and we're all brought together by our love for running, and our coach is really instrumental in that. But you get to know each other so well through practices, and you're going through all these really hard workouts together. So you're putting everything you've got out there, and you're all supporting each other. You get to know each other on a really personal level that you might not otherwise just by meeting these girls in class. So you get to know about their families and their classes and their goals for the season, and you really support each other. The Division III athlete is kind of the perfect balance of student athlete too. You still get your sport and it's highly competitive, and we compete just as much as the D1 athletes do, but then we are allowed to be students and we can be involved in a lot of other things. I know a lot of the girls on my team and myself are involved in a lot of other clubs and organizations, and I feel like at a D1 school you kind of are limited. You can only be on your sports team and then study too for your classes. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with that.
Originally, it was a breath of fresh air. I'm alone. What am I going to do? What could I possibly do? What's ahead for me? And once I got on campus, I just excelled. I utilized all my resources coming here. It was a program called Direct Connect, which was a minority program to get students situated with the campus 2 weeks before school started. So I actually lived on campus 2 weeks before. I went to seminars, which actually helped us get acquainted to the long campus hours. The teachers that were in the seminars were actually going to be our teachers that were on campus. So we have something here called the first year seminar, which not only is supposed to promote growth within the freshmen, but also serve as a guidance or a type of direction for their first time here. And they were ecstatic. They helped me, they gravitated towards me, and I actually use them as a stepping stone even now in senior year. Growing up, I did not have that type of support. In high school, you think you can stay after class, but what will other students think? I think once I got here, it was more so what do I want? Just having a drive, a motivation to go forth and actually reach out for help or ask for help.
There's always a new experience right around the corner. I didn't plan on running here. And then, right before school started, I emailed Coach Eric Gouda. I sort of have been running this summer, and I've always been a runner. What if I joined the team? And he was, so excited about it, and he was just very welcoming about it. So the fact that I came into the school with, 17 other people that were runners, and I had something to relate with, that was awesome. Since we're all D3 athletes, school comes first, athletes come second. But at the same time, we're playing that role 24/7.
Education is kind of in my family. My dad's a principal, and so I've seen that lifestyle, and I wanted to further education of students, and I really enjoy kids. And so that being said, I wanted to be a teacher and then coach as well. The elementary education program is very rigorous. You get out in the field, you have field experience starting your sophomore year. So your sophomore through senior year, you're always in the field learning. I think that's just a huge advantage here at Elmhurst College to have you out in the field early, just because you have such almost a leg up on everyone else that is going into that major as well, just because you're out there, and it takes 3 or 4 years to realize what the system of a school is. We're in schools all the time as students, but not necessarily as teachers, so it's a different point of view to see the whole school atmosphere. The professors, they're really great. They always email you right back, even in the evenings if you have questions on assignments and papers. The ratio in the class is there's 12 or 13 students per professor in a class period in the elementary education program. And so with that being said, you're not a number, you're a name. And that's something that I really, really like, and it definitely prepares you. They always push you in the classroom. They always push you on the court, off the court. Our coaches push us to do other things besides sports and our major, to get out in the community. And with all that being said, it's kind of a resume builder, and so that's how it pushes us to become more prepared for the real world. Our basketball team actually has weekly meetings in the fall with the Center for Professional Excellence, so they help us build resumes and help us, get our name out to people and businesses for internships and jobs and all that. But I know that when the time comes, I feel like I'm going to be prepared just through the education that Elmhurst has provided and the skills that I've learned as well through sports and our studies.
And we welcome you back to R.A. Fagnall Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. The Blue Jays enjoying their biggest lead of the game here at the break, 46-30 over the Scots of Alma College. Let's go over the first half stats. The Blue Jays shot 16 of 35 in that first half for 46%. The Scots 12 of 30 for 40%. The Blue Jays were 6 of 16 from behind the arc, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Scots 2 of 9 from behind the arc, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Blue Jays out-rebounded the Scots in the first half, 23-16. Leading the way for the Blue Jays was Jake Rohde. He had 18 points. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 4 for 6 from behind the arc, and a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Leading the way for the Scots was Kevin Gamble with 8. He was 4 of 7 from the field, but he was plagued with foul trouble, so he was out most of that first half. He is in the starting lineup here to start the second half. And a nice drive by Jeremy Ireland gets things going here in the second half. Ireland now with 8. Jeremy had 6 first half points. That triple is good by Steve Harvey. That's his first 3 points of the game. Blue Jays, by the way, with just 6 first half turnovers. They averaged 19.5 turnovers per game, so they have held on to the ball nicely in that first half. Rohde continues with the hot hand. His triple now gives him 21 on the night. Boy, what a game he has had it on. Oh, they're going to call a blocking foul on Lance Gardner. Thought we're going to go for the offensive foul. Let's take another look at it here. The drive by Scheibert. And it looked like Lance was indeed moving his feet a little bit, so the blocking foul on Gardner, that's his first. Just underway here in the second half. Mark Kruger coming to you from R.A. Fagnall Hall. And again, we thank you so much for logging on wherever you are in this beautiful land. BlueJayTV.com. One-handed shot is short by Bradfield. Here come the Blue Jays. 51-33, favor of Elmhurst. I tell you what, I think the Blue Jays are playing their best game of the young season, no doubt about it. And it's going to be interesting to see. Skip pass over here to the near side. Justin Fox hitting from the perimeter. One of the many freshmen on this Blue Jay team. As a matter of fact, Brandon Auker, number 3, is the only senior on this Blue Jays team. So it's a young team, and it's going to be awful exciting to watch this young team develop. And inside to Bradfield, his shot was blocked, but a foul is going to be called. Gardner came over from the weak side, may have gotten some body contact, and he's going to get called for the foul for Gardner, his second. And so that'll bring Bradfield to the line for 2. Yeah, I'm not saying that the Blue Jays are going to win 30 games or they're going to win the CCIW, but this is going to be an exciting young team to watch and watch them develop over the season. As Bradfield misses 2 free throws there. And here's one of those young, exciting freshmen, Jake Rohde. He's got a game-high 21 points. Gardner on the drive. Gardner leans in, can't get it to go. Ireland. His shot is blocked. Patton gets it back. Patton, and what's the call? I think a foul or maybe a clock situation here. Ryan Patton got the offensive foul. He was in the lane, and then there was a whistle by the official, and now he's over at the scorer's table, and it's got to be something with the clock. I think perhaps they're saying whether or not the Blue Jays should have gotten a new shot clock is my thought. It's a 20-point lead for the Blue Jays, their biggest lead of the game. 2 players in double figures for the Blue Jays. Rohde has 21. Dotlich has 10. Kevin Gamble leads the way for the Scots with 8 points in the game. But again, he spent a lot of time on the bench with 2 personal fouls. All right, they bring the shot clock down to 12. So that indeed was the issue. Fox to Ireland. 7 to shoot. Skip pass. Rohde for 3. Back of the iron. No, Ireland gets the offensive rebound and a new shot clock. A little over 2 minutes gone by here in this second half. We're coming to you live from R.A. Fagnall Hall here in Elmhurst, Illinois. Nice shot by Gardner. 4 points now for Gardner. You see them make the move right there. Gamble did not want to pick up his third foul. And the Scots turn the ball over. Dotlich back into the game. Derek with a nice first half, coming off the bench for Coach Baines after he started the season opener against Manchester. 22-point lead for the Blue Jays. Well, hopefully this will be an opportunity for Coach Baines to get a lot of people into this game, give them an opportunity to show Coach Baines what they can do. Nice little spin move by Ireland, but he can't get it to go. Stevens picks up his dribble, bounce pass to Gamble. Stevens with a tough cross-court pass into the lane. It's knocked away. Rhodey doesn't have anything there. Flips it up top to Gardner. Lance will take the 18-footer and he'll hit it. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, Lance Gardner, he has got a really smooth shot. 6 for him. Gamble on the block, going to work against Ireland. Gamble, hook shot off the glass and in. Tell you, that's what the Scots need. First they need Gamble to stay out onto the court. Stay out of foul trouble. And Kevin now in double figures with 10. 57-35. The drive by Fox, and he lays it in. Boy, I tell you, the Blue Jays have been taking it to the hoop and have been very, very effective. Triple attempt by Gamble, and he hits. So Kevin Gamble now with a couple of field goals. He's got 13. 59-38. He's a good-looking player for the Scots, the junior. Fox holding, popping out is Dotlich. Derek on the drive, picks up his dribble, back to Rhodey. Rhodey stops, leans in. No, the rebound taken down by Scheibert. Stevens now jogs it across the timeline for the Scots. Stevens on the drive, stolen away by Rhodey. Blue Jays don't have the numbers, and Jake will pull it out. Into the corner. Triple by Dotlich is short. Scheibert got the rebound. Scheibert brings it all the way, flips it over to Harvey. Harvey's triple no good. Bradfield tracks it down to the corner. Gamble will pull up from 12, and he'll hit it. 15 now for Kevin Gamble. Coach Baines wants a timeout here. Back into the game is Sampson and Perry for the Blue Jays. But 3 second-half field goals by Kevin Gamble of the Scots. He's got 15. He's the Scots' leading scorer. But the Blue Jays still lead comfortably here. 59-40. A 19-point lead with 14:55 left to play in the ball game. The Blue Jays led at the break by 16, 46-30. Well, as far as the CCIW preseason rankings go, Augustana picked to capture the CCIW this season. Of course, Augustana advancing to the national title game 2 of the last 3 seasons. North Central looks to be there as well. They finished second in the voting. They had 1 first-place vote. Carthage was picked for 3rd. Illinois Wesleyan picked to finish 4th. Wheaton picked to finish 5th. North Park, Elmhurst, Milliken, and Carroll finish off the rest of the conference. So Elmhurst not picked very highly in the conference, and a lot of that has to do with this being a very young team. Again, as I mentioned, just one senior on this team, but folks, these are very, very talented young freshmen on this team, and There's the drive and the foul on Gamble. That's his third. And again, as these freshmen develop, this is going to be a tough team. Dotlich hits the free throw. He's got 11. Gamble comes out now. Boy, that's a shame for the Scots. He leaves with 15 points and the 3 fouls at the 14:39 mark. Scheibert leaves as well for the Scots. And Dotlich hits the 2 free throws. Good job by Derek of creating the 3rd foul by Gamble. So Kevin having to sit now like he did much of the first half for the Scots. And reaching around is Gardner, and Lance is going to get called for some body contact from behind. And for Lance, that's his 3rd. It's the 3rd team foul. So Gardner's going to come out of the game with those 3 fouls. Fox back into the game. Got Fox, Perry, Rohde, Dotlich, and Sampson out there. Left baseline shot, good by Luke Lamero. He was left wide open, and for Luke, that's his 2nd field goal. He's got 4, 61-42. Blue Jays by 19 as we come up on the 14-minute mark of this one. Blue Jays looking to get over the 500 mark, currently 1-1 on the young season. Dotlich for 3, yes. That rattles in. Derek Dotlich, his 3rd trifecta of the game. He's got 15. So Dotlich with 15, Rohde with 21, and a turnover, traveling called on Bradfield. 22-point lead for the Blue Jays. Boy, I can't say enough just how well and how in rhythm the Blue Jays have been offensively, taking it to the hoop there. Kind of an off-balance shot, though, by Dotlich. But Sampson with an offensive rebound. No new shot clock. Clock down to 10. It didn't hit the rim. Dotlich drives. Rohde with 5 in the shot clock. He'll fire up the 3. Way off. Sampson's put back, no. And the rebound pulled down by Laqueta. Here come the Scots in transition. Harvey with a nice pass, gets it right back. Laqueta for triple, no. And the rebound to Sampson. Knocked out away, it'll be Blue Jay basketball. Defensively, the Blue Jays are getting to the loose balls. They're boxing out. All around, Coach Baines has to be awful pleased with the effort. Well, they buzz it, and now they stop play, as a substitution was going to come in, so they buzzed it prematurely. And they are not going to allow the player to come in. Rohde will inbound it. 7 minutes have gone by here in this second half. You are logged on to Blue Jay basketball. Fox with a nice spin move. The fadeaway, no good. Look at Sampson. Gets the offensive rebound, flips it back to Fox. Dotlich for 3, rolls out. Ball is still loose, but boy, again, it's Sampson. And that's they're gonna call a block on Derek Dotlich. Good effort by Derek, trying to draw the offensive foul. Very, very close. And he didn't give Holmes much room. And so Derek will get called for the foul. For Derek, his first. Blue Jays have been very aggressive, playing smart. Oh, a tough fadeaway that time, and good by Laqueta. Preston Laqueta with a tough fadeaway, left baseline. He's got 7. Lead is 20 for the Blue Jays. Here's Rohde holding. Sampson at the elbow. Sampson back to Rohde. Oh, he tried to bounce past to Fox. Nice job by Justin. Well, he tried to save it, but he stepped out of bounds. So a rare turnover for the Blue Jays. 20-point lead coming up on the 12-minute mark. Lamero giving it off to Holmes. Holmes on the drive, kicks it out. Laqueta will launch the triple. Way short. Nice save, and a whistle. Holmes got it. What's the call? I think they're going to hit the Blue Jays with a foul. Yeah, it is the foul on Justin Fox, his second. It's the 5th team foul of the Blue Jays. Scheibert going to work. Beautiful interior move by Kevin Scheibert, his second field goal of the game. And the lead is 18. 11:33 remaining in this game. Perry to Fox. Perry on the block, got pushed out. Here's Fox. Rhodey. Bit of a weave going there. Rhodey hands it out to Perry. Nick making the move. Nothing there. 4 to shoot. Rhodey drives into the lane. Oh, dishes it off nicely to Dotlich. Dotlich with the field goal. Rhodey with a beautiful assist. There you see the penetration and the nice little dish to Dotlich. 17 now for Derek. And Sampson coming over from the weak side, reaching in and committing the foul on Preston Laquetta. For Sampson, that's his third. It's the team's 6th. Laquetta to the line. He'll shoot a pair. 7 on the night for Preston. And now he's got 8. Gamble returns now with the 3 personal fouls at the 10:54 mark of the game. Ireland back in for the Blue Jays. Ireland, Fox, Perry, Ryan Patton, and also Brandon Auker, the lone senior for the Blue Jays, out onto the court for Coach Baines. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Fox. 66-47. It's been all Blue Jays tonight. Jake Rhodey is the game's high scorer. 18 of his 21 points coming in the first half. Fox holding in the corner, flipped it out, knocked away, and stolen by Gamble. Gamble drops it off to Lamero. Driving, and the layup is good by Kevin Scheibert. And Coach Baines has seen enough. Elmhurst calling a timeout as Scheibert running the floor nicely, gets rewarded with an easy layup. Scheibert with 6, and it's a, well, there you see at the bottom of your monitor, 49 for Alma, 66 for Elmhurst. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here on BlueJayTV.com. Elmhurst basketball. We hope you log in throughout the season. Both the men and the women. Tethany Carrillo, the head coach of the women's basketball team here at Elmhurst. She does a great job. Nick Perry's shot is off the mark. Bradfield got the rebound. Here's Gamble. Bounce pass inside, knocked away. Auker coming away with it. Brandon quickly ahead to Ireland, running the floor, and he was a little bit too far underneath the bucket. Scheibert dropped it off. Ball is loose. Gamble and also Gardner battling for it. It's going to be a held ball, and possession arrow going to the Blue Jays. 9:50 remaining, so just about a little more than halfway through the second half. Bradfield will inbound it here for the Scots. Gets it into Holmes. Right back to Bradfield. Bradfield going to work and just lays it in off the front of the rim. That was too easy. Bradfield with 8. 66-51. Patton dribbles, got cut off. Out to Perry. Auker, he'll launch the triple. No, but there's Ireland getting the rebound. Splits the defenders, puts it up and got fouled. Great job by Jeremy Ireland hitting the offensive glass. There's the shot. You see Ireland coming up with it, got double teamed, splits the defenders, flipped the ball up and got fouled, and so he will shoot 2. The foul, by the way, on Kevin Scheibert, his first. 2 shots now for Ireland. Jeremy's first trip to the foul line. Hits the first, he'll have 1 more. Chance for Jeremy to get into double figures. Remember, he was a leading scorer in the season opener with 24. Rattles that one in and out. 9 points tonight for Jeremy Ireland. It's been a pretty good balanced effort offensively for the Blue Jays. Gamble making the move on Ireland. Loses it, gets it back. 15 on the shot clock. Gamble will shoot it from the elbow. Rimming, no. Gardner clears. Off to Perry. Under 9 minutes to go in this one. Perry flips it over Patton. He'll launch the triple and hit. Ryan Patton, his first points of the game, and it's a triple. Lamero now holding. Perry guarding him. And a near steal, and it is a steal by Patton. Good quickness defensively by Ryan of going around Bradfield, and he poked it away and got the steal. 70-51. And the shot by Gardner is blocked. Ireland, though, with the putback. There's Jeremy Ireland. He now is in double figures with 11. 72-51. Reach in on Perry, and they're going to hit Nick with the reach-in foul. For Nick, that's his second foul. And so Luke Lamero will come to the line for the first time here tonight. He'll shoot 2. 72-51. Lamero misses the first. He'll have 1 more. Ryan Stevens back into the game for the Scots. He replaces Rob Holmes. 8:11 left. Second free throw by Luke is good. He's got 5. 20-point lead for the Blue Jays. Little over 8 minutes remaining. Gardner from the free throw line makes his move, and that's good. Kevin Gamble didn't want to commit his 4th foul. Gardner now with 8. Interior pass to Bradfield. Bradfield off the glass, no, but he was fouled. Good post move by Bradfield. He a little bit of a mismatch there. Ryan Patton was guarding him down on the block, and Ryan committing the foul. That's his 3rd. Bradfield hits the first. He'll have 1 more. Back into the game, Steve Harvey for the Scots. Laquetta back in as well. 2 free throws by Bradfield. Doug now in double figures with 10. 74-54. 7:35 left. Gardner left wide open from the free throw line, and he will bury that all night long. You got to come out on him if you're Kevin Gamble. Gardner in double figures with 10. 8 of his 10 coming here in the second half. Triple by Laquetta, front of the rim. No, he gets it back, however. Spin move, and he puts it in. Preston now in double figures with 10. 20-point lead for Elmhurst. 7 minutes left. Inside, and the bucket by Ireland. Blue Jays getting some easy opportunities. Take another look at it here as Perry works around the screen, whips it inside to Ireland. Give Nick Perry the assist on that one. And for Jeremy Ireland, he's got 13. 7 of those 13 coming here in the second half. Timeout taken by the Scots. 6:53 remaining. This one has been all Blue Jays, folks. Well, we winding down the month of November, the Thanksgiving weekend winding down, and once again, a very happy Thanksgiving weekend to you and yours. Hope you've enjoyed it. And for most of you, probably back to work tomorrow morning, but we thank you for logging on here on this Sunday night. A rare Sunday night ball game here at R.A. Fagenal Hall. Blue Jays and the Scots from Alma College. So the Blue Jays breaking out of their huddle right now. Dotlich, Rohde, Perry, Gardner, and Ireland out there for the Blue Jays. Arthel Rosquist into the game for the Scots. Triple by Laceda is off the mark. Rohde gets it. And Jake will slow it up here. See if the Blue Jays try to run some clock here. Whoop, whipped it through the hands of Ireland. Good idea by Gardner. A little high-low action there, but Gardner a little too quick. A little too much mustard on that one. Ireland couldn't quite handle it. Here's the drive by Stevens. He takes it all the way and lays it in. And for Ryan Stevens, his first 2 points of the game. 78-58. Lead is 20 for the Blue Jays. Gardner at the free throw line. He'll take it again. A little too strong off the back of the iron. Lomero gets the rebound. Luke pushes it up for the Scots. Picks up his dribble, gives it off to Harvey. Steve fires it in Laceda. Laceda making the move off the glass and in. 12 for Preston. 78-60. The lead is 18 for the Blue Jays. Dotlich holding behind the arc. Gardner at the elbow. 14 to shoot. Gardner makes his move. Reach in by Lomero. And Luke will get called for the reach in. And the personal foul, his second. It's the third team foul for the Scots. 18 fouls for the Blue Jays. Dotlich's three is off the mark. Rosquist gets the rebound. Rosquist out to Harvey. Good ball movement. Lomero rimming no. Rebound taken down by Ireland. Good ball movement there by the Scots. Just couldn't get the bucket to go. Here's Nick Perry to Rohde. Lance Gardner makes the move. Gardner with contact. Throws it up, and a foul will be called on Preston Laceda. For Laceda, his first, and so Lance Gardner will come to the line for the first time tonight. Take another look at it there. Gardner gets the ball a couple feet above the free throw line, and nobody there to help out. And Gardner took it nicely to the hoop. Gardner listed at 6'7", and he uses his frame nicely. Makes the free throw. $11 points now for Lance Gardner. He is the third Blue Jay in double figures. Looking to make it a dozen. He does. 10 of his 12 points for Lance coming here in the second half. Boy, and just watching this team as the drive by Rosquist is no good, but he was fouled, so Arthel will come to the line for the first time tonight. This seems like a very unselfish Blue Jays basketball team. The foul is on Derek Dotlich, and for Derek, that's his second. And what I mean by that is it doesn't really seem who's scoring and who's making all the points. As Rosquist hits the free throw, he'll have one more, and whoever seems to have the hot hand, that's who they get the ball to. Jake Rohde had the hot hand for the Blue Jays in the first half. He had those 2 4-point plays as Rosquist hits the 2 free throws. Here in the second half, Gardner has had some buckets. Ireland has played well. Here's Dotlich on the drive, partially blocked, but boy, look at Jeremy Ireland with the putback. Take another look at it here. Dotlich on the drive, missed it, but look at Ireland right there on the offensive glass and the putback. And that triple is good by Ryan Stevens. Stevens now with 5, couple of field goals the last couple of moments. Take another look at it there, nice stroke. It's 82-65. Perry tried to alley-oop it. Bradfield knocked it away. Scott's open 3. Here's Lamero. That rolls around and out. And Dotlich corrals the rebound. 4 minutes remaining in this one. Rohde into the front court, guarded by Stevens. Rohde will just dribble it in a circle and back out at top. Took about 6 seconds off the clock. Clock still winding now. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Rohde looking to work around a Gardner screen. Gardner, Dotlich for 3. With 2 seconds left on the shot clock, Dotlich buries the triple. 20 now for Derek Dotlich. So 21 for Rohde, 20 for Dotlich. Bradfield on the move, and he's going to get fouled by Derek for Dotlich. That's his 3rd. Bradfield will come to the line once again. Take another look at it here. Good take. Nice drive by Bradfield, and you see the contact there by Dotlich. And so Bradfield is a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. He's got 10, and that's his first miss from the foul line tonight. (85-65). Second free throw rattles in. 85-66. Blue Jays with their highest offensive output of the season. Of course, it's only the 3rd game of the season, but Ireland gets fouled. They scored 80 in that season opener here against Manchester, winning 80-74. They lost against Blackburn 66-57. And so they've got 85 on the board right now. 2 shots for Gardner. See if they can get to 90. Gardner leaves that one a little bit short, so he'll have one more. 85-66. Blue Jays will go to 2-1, barring a major miracle here tonight. Second free throw good by Gardner. Meanwhile, the Scots will fall to 0-3, still looking for their first win of the season. That triple is good by Ryan Stevens, so back-to-back triples by Ryan Stevens, and just like that, he's got 8. Almost the same spot as the previous 3. And now pressure and a timeout taken by John Baines as the Scots applying full court pressure after that triple by Ryan Stevens. So it's 86-69 with exactly 3 minutes left. As far as the Scots go, well, they'll be at Ohio Northern on Wednesday, November 29th. That's a 8 o'clock tip-off. They'll be at home on December 3rd, Saturday against Washington, Missouri, 1 o'clock tip-off. At home against North Central on December 15th. That's a 7:30 tip-off. And again, for the Blue Jays, they'll be on the road this Wednesday, the 29th, at Olivet. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. And then the conference opener here on December 2nd against Carroll here at R.A. Fagin Hall. That's a 4 o'clock tip-off here from Elmhurst College. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted to bring you all the action here on BlueJayTV.com. Four Blue Jays in double figures. Jake Rohde leading the way with 21. Derek Dotlich with 20. Jeremy Ireland with 15, and Lance Gardner with 13. That is some pretty balanced scoring, folks. Now Dotlich looking to get it in. He does to Gardner, double teamed immediately. Whips it to Ireland. Needed to get it across, and they do. with 2 seconds to spare. And now here's Rhodey. 15 in the shot clock already. Gardner making his move. Gardner backing in, whips it out. 5 on the shot clock. Perry drives over to Gardner for 3, and with 1 second on the shot clock, Lance Gardner buries the triple. 16 for Lance Gardner, his first 3-ball of the night. Steal by Perry. Nick 2-on-1 if he hurries. He's got Gardner to his left. Perry takes it all the way. Oh, pinned against the backboard by Stevens, but Gardner is there to clean up. Lance Gardner is having a huge second half, 91-69, as that triple is good by Steve Harvey to make it 91-72. So the Blue Jays do break the 90-point mark, and there's still 150 to play. Blue Jays trying to run as much of the play clock as they can, but if you got an easy layup, you got to take it. Nick Perry takes it all the way for the layup. He's got 8. There's a steal by Ireland. So the Blue Jays still getting after it on the defensive end. 93-72. Scots are holding back, and Rhodey just dribbling the shot clock down to 10 now. Here's Rhodey. Gives it to Ireland, and Ireland gets the bucket. I tell you what, the second half, Gardner and Ireland in the paint for the Blue Jays. That's been the story here in the second half. Rosquist's shot is off, and the Blue Jays will walk it up. Under a minute remaining, and a whistle and a timeout, just so the Scots can get some fresh bodies in there. Sam Hargraves, I should say, calling the timeout, and just so he can get some new faces in there. Ethan Apsey, number 2, is into the game, a 6-foot senior from Hemlock, Michigan. Jared Long, a 6'1" sophomore, into the game as well. Number 4, Scott Mackey, into the game. Number 33, Zach Sinke, in there as well. And also number 41, Ben Felicek, into the game. And we've got some new Blue Jays out there as well. Number 15, Brad Hubley, into the game. Pavlos Marakis into the game for the Blue Jays as well, number 42. Tyler Turner, number 2 for the Blue Jays, is in there as well. Turner, a 6'5" junior out of Chicago, went to Kenwood Academy. 29 seconds left. And there's currently 3 seconds on the shot clock here for the Blue Jays. As that shot is short, and so the shot clock goes off, and the officials just decide to say play on. 20 seconds left in the game. Down on the block, skip pass, and thrown out of bounds. So the Blue Jays will go to 2-1 on the year, and they will not get off another shot here. Clock winding down, and that will do it. So the Blue Jays put up 95 tonight against the Scots as they win it by a score of 95-72. The Blue Jays, as I mentioned a couple of moments ago, 4 different players in double figures. They were led by Jake Rhodey, 18 of his 21 points coming in the first half. Ryan Patton with 3. Lance Gardner had 18, 16 of his 18 points coming in the second half. Jeremy Ireland with 17, 11 of his 17 coming in the second half. Justin Fox with 6. Derek Dotlich off the bench with 20. Sampson with 2, and Nick Perry with 8 first half points for the Blue Jays. As far as the Scots are concerned, Steve Harvey with 6, Ryan Stevens with 8, Kevin Scheibert with 6, Kevin Gamble had 15 points, Doug Bradfield with 11, Preston Lacada had 12, Rob Holmes with 5, Rosquist with 4, and Luke Lamero with 5 for the Scots. So the Scots fall now to 0-3, the Blue Jays 2-1. The next game for the Blue Jays will be on Wednesday, November 29th at Olivet, a 7 o'clock tip-off. Their next game here at R.A. Fagnall Hall will be Saturday, December 2nd against Carroll. That's a 4 o'clock tip-off. So once again, we thank you so much for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. The Blue Jays come away with the victory here tonight, 95-72, your final score. My name is Mark Kruger. We'll talk to you later. So long, everybody.